All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's talk about the judge delays Sean Combs jury selection, concerned about cold feet. That's the name of this New York Times article where I'm getting this information from. Let's read the article first and let's talk about the real. Like, this is like getting off to a very, very rocky start. You've got people don't want to be on the jury, you got missing witnesses. It's a mess. But let's get into it. All right. It starts out by saying jury selection for Sean Combs' racketeering and sex trafficking trial was delayed on Friday over worries that some jurors might get cold feet. I told y'all. Did y'all listen to my previous video? I said nobody wants to be on that jury. Nobody. For a lot of reasons. One, it's probably going to go over 8 weeks. Let's just be real. They claim 8 weeks. I doubt it. So no one wants to be on jury duty that long. People have personal lives. Two, because who it is, it's P. Diddy. It's P. Diddy. What if he gets off and you want one of the jurors that, that said he needed to be locked up? I mean, they're afraid. People are afraid to be on that trial because he has friends in powerful places. Lucian Grange. No one wants to be on that trial, but let me keep going. Pardon me. Friday over worries that some jurors might get cold feet before the start of the high profile case. Judge Arun Subramanian, I cannot get that man's last name. He's a really cool judge too. We'll talk about that in a minute. Who is overseeing the case, expressed concerns that if the jurors were selected before the weekend, they could grow uneasy and drop off the panel before the trial begins on Monday. The decision came after one potential juror sent an email to the court asking to be left off the panel. For issues of personal well-being, the defense said. 12 jurors and 6 alternates will be selected and sworn in on Monday at Federal District Court in Manhattan, ahead of opening statements in the case. The jury will be tasked with deciding whether the music mogul was a swinger with unorthodox sexual behavior, or I don't know if YouTube will let me say this word, so I'm going to skip it, who used his power to abuse victims in drug-dazed encounters. If convicted, Mr. Combs, who was once a roundly celeb figure in the music industry, could spend the rest of his life in prison. The jurors will be anonymous, meaning their names will not be disclosed in public court. They will not be sequestered, however, so it is up to them to shield themselves from the media coverage and other chatter about the case. They're not sequestered. Okay. Over 3 days, dozens of New Yorkers took the witness stands inside the courtroom, where they would ask to describe in detail what they had seen or heard about the case against the artist and the executive, who has been the subject of swirling allegations of abuse over the past year and a half. Mr. Combs, who has vehemently denied the allegations, watched intently as the potential jurors recounted what they had learned on the internet and through word of mouth, in news reports, in group text conversations with friends, in speculative chatter between coworkers on Joe Rogan's podcast, and in one case, oh boy, I don't know if I can say that, in a satire song by a Russian comedian. When questioning a few potential jurors, Judge Subramanian asked about their own social media activity. You cannot go on the internet and not know about Diddy. This is the judge asking, do you remember retweeting perhaps a meme about Mr. Combs or joked about Mr. Combs? The judge asked one man. More likely than not, yes, he replied. Many of the candidates were adamant that they could set any prior exposure to the case aside to make a decision slowly on what is presented at trial. I'm old enough to have heard a lot of stories. This is a juror talking to the judge, a potential juror. I'm old enough to have heard a lot of stories before trial, and then when the evidence is actually presented, things are, the truth comes out. This is going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. And maybe the mess is designed by P. Diddy. So you got people scared to be on the jury. People are scared to be on the jury. I heard some other content creators saying, people really want to be on this jury. No one wants to be on the jury. It's a big responsibility for you just to know in your heart, because remember, you're supposed to be anonymous, the jurors, but for you to know in your heart that you sent P. Diddy away to prison for the rest of his life. Now, it seems like a no-brainer, but people don't want to do it. It's very, very weird. Very, very weird. I mean, I don't know. I have to just ask people. I have to ask. Because he has the reputation of stiff-arming people. Are jurors being paid off? I mean, it wouldn't be unusual. We heard about it in like a lot of the mobster cases, like John Gotti, over and over again. That's when he got the name Teflon Don, because jurors were being paid off. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, people. Anyway, this is a shit show. It's a mess. And it's just the beginning of a shit show. Let's move over here to this Sandra Rose article. So you guys heard about a couple days ago, maybe Wednesday, that juror number 3 can't be found. Not juror, I'm sorry. Witness number 3 can't be found. A significant witness that's supposed to testify. This is days before this case is set to go to trial, and they can't find victim number 3. I can't help it. I gotta be me. Is Diddy paying off witnesses too? What is happening? Why is everybody getting cold feet? Let me read this article to you. It's titled, Sean Combs jury selection delayed after key witness refused to testify. A federal judge delayed the jury selection in Sean Combs' trial until Monday, May 12th. The decision was made after a key witness refused to testify and went missing. U.S. District Judge Arun Subramanian. I need to get this man's name straight because he's a really cool judge. And plus, I don't want to be butchering no one's name. Subramanian granted the defense request to postpone the final selection of jury duty until Monday, May 12th, because some of the jurors are having second thoughts. That's what I just read in the other article about sitting through a 2-month trial. On Monday, both legal teams will be permitted to narrow a pool of 45 prospective jurors down to 12 jurors and 6 alternates. Combs was arrested in September and charged with racketeering, kidnapping, arson, bribery. That's one of the charges. And ex trafficking. If convicted on all counts, he could spend up to 20 years in a federal jail. Where is the missing witness? He's being charged with bribery. Is it far-fetched for me to say, Diddy? No, not even to say, I'm going to ask. Diddy, are you paying off witnesses again? Because remember, they said that you contacted Kalina from Dirty Money. This is insane. But if anybody's going to get Diddy convicted, it would be the prosecution, who, as a member of their team, is Maureen Comey. Her father is the ex-head in charge, James Comey, of the FBI. I mean, let me go on. I'm talking about Maureen Comey right now. Maureen Comey says prosecutors are having trouble locating and contacting victim number 3. this woman previously alleged she was abused by Combs and coerced into performing X acts. Now, remember, if they can prove that he forced, coerced, whatever word you want to use, people into X, then that's considered trafficking. Keyword: forced, coerced, pushed. You know what I mean. You got him on X trafficking. And she was supposed to testify about that. This witness number 3. Child, this is a mess. This is a mess. They said that it's going to be a lot of celebrities there. I had named all the celebrities in my previous video. You can go back and look at that. I wanted to talk really briefly about Judge Subramanian. I hope I got his name. I don't want to butcher this man. They're saying that this judge is really, what's the word I'm looking for? Up to date, understands rap culture. He's very laid back. He's very liberal. He walks to work. That's when they caught him going in with a backpack on. He's the judge. I thought the judge would pull up in, maybe a Mercedes Benz, and but they said that he's real relatable. That's really good. I like those kind of judges because they have a tendency to understand real life and they have a tendency to be fair. Now, there hasn't been any complaints about Subramanian right now. And everyone's just saying that he's a fair and good judge. But even with the best of the best, he's supposed to be real liberal, real laid back. Even though he's the best of the best, this case is going to be hard to judge. And that's my personal opinion. Because of who he is, and I think people are scared of him. They're scared of Diddy. You can't even get jurors. You don't want the weekend to go by because you think they might drop. You got people saying, I need to, my stomach hurt. My stomach hurt, Judge. Can I get off the case? Child, this is a mess. This is a mess. It is a mess. Now, here's this post of Judge Subramanian walking into the courtroom. He's got a backpack on. He's got his sneakers on, headphones, walking. I like these kind of people. Kind of laid back, not so rigid. Understand how the real world works. And I think if the jury finds him guilty, Subramanian won't have a problem putting his ass away. But you got to have the evidence before he does it. It's a lot going on. I'm sure I'll be back throughout the day. I might even go live. Yeah, I might even go live to talk about this because it's pushed back another day. It was supposed to start May 4th. So here we are. Today's the 10th. Monday's the 12th. We know it's not going to start on the 12th. And Monday's intense. This is where they get to throw people off the jury, Diddy included, both sides, without an explanation. So, this could go a couple more days. We'll see. But I'll keep you updated every step of the way. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Why do you think people don't want to be on the jury? All right. Until next time, bye for now.